Alright, YouTube subscribers, my name is Rayshawn, known as Rayniz on Facebook, also known as Mr. Ceiling Fan Man 1999 on YouTube. Now, what's going on is that I'm showing you guys my 52-inch brushed steel Hampton Bay Redington 4 ceiling fan. Now, this time I'm doing an official video of the ceiling fan shown on all 3 speeds for real. And I'm gonna be demonstrating this fan with the light, showing that it has a dimming feature and stuff. So as I've been promising y'all on the previous videos of this fan is, and I'm gonna do an official video of this fan. So the information about this ceiling fan is that this ceiling fan is one of the older Hampton Bay ceiling fans that was actually sold out back in the late 90s all the way till 2001. So this is actually a Hampton Bay Redington 2 ceiling fan. Now this ceiling fan is a clone of a Hampton Bay Redington 3 ceiling fan, but the only difference is that the ceiling fan is not a quick connect ceiling fan. It's the kind of ceiling fan like how you install an ordinary ceiling fan, when you have to screw the blades onto the blade brackets and you have to screw the blades onto the motor. Now the Redington 3 is a pre-assembled ceiling fan. So when you pull the Hampton Bay Redington 3 ceiling fan out the box, the blade brackets and the light kit is already attached to the ceiling fan. And all you have to do is to make your wire connections and put the parts like the down rod and the canopy onto the fan and make your wire connection. And you gotta line the blades up with the screw holes and just pull the blade back towards you and the blades will actually lock in. That's how it is on the Redington 3. But the Redington 2, you'll have to put those ceiling fans together like how you'll put together any ordinary ceiling fan or non-quick connect ceiling fan or old school ceiling fan. So let me get back on subject. So the information about this ceiling fan is that it's a tri-mount ceiling fan. And the reason why I say it's a tri-mount ceiling fan because this ceiling fan can be installed on the down rod on the standard ceiling, or it can be installed close mounted, meaning that it can be installed without a down rod, or this ceiling fan can be installed on the down rod on the cathedral ceiling, which is your slope ceiling. So that's why I say it's a tri-mount ceiling fan. And this ceiling fan is a remote control ceiling fan. Now, it did have a built-in remote receiver inside the switch housing. That's how the ceiling fan was originally and stuff. But due to the fact that the ceiling fan was missing its original remote control, so I hot wired the ceiling fan to where to work on high speed, meaning that I converted the ceiling fan into a single speed ceiling fan. Then the next thing is that so the features about this fan is that this ceiling fan has 5 high gloss blades, reversible from black to rosewood, and this ceiling fan has a bullet spotlight kit, and the bullet spotlight kit is a replica of a bullet spotlight kit that Hunter started making sometime back in the sometime like around the late 80s or early 90s and all that stuff. So the bullet spotlight kit is a knockoff of a Hunter ceiling fan bullet spotlight kit. So but this ceiling fan is missing 1 out of 2 of the original spotlight kit rings and stuff, but I should have a spare and stuff. But the reason why you only see 2 of them missing because I have one of the rings sitting on top of my father's car, and I was too lazy to put the ring back on the light kit. But while I'm right by the fan and stuff, I'm gonna put the ring back on the light kit. So the information about this ceiling fan is that due to the fact that the file number for this fan is E77491, this ceiling fan was manufactured by King of Fans, and this ceiling fan was made in Taiwan back in February of 2000. And if you guys are wondering where I got this fan from, I got this ceiling fan sitting at the curve. And the reason why the ceiling fan was sitting at the curve because is because somebody was tossing this fan out because the light kit had a shortage to it, and the ceiling fan is missing its original remote control. and I didn't even peep out that the light kit had a shortage until I started messing with the ceiling fan some more and saw the evidence that one of the sockets actually fell out the light kit and stuff, and the other socket was messed up and stuff because of the wires was falling off the other socket and stuff. So I had to replace the broken light socket where the wires fell off the socket at, and I had to put another socket on the light kit and stuff. And then the light kit part where the socket fell off at, it was also missing its original light socket mounting bracket. So I had to use a spare light socket mounting bracket that I had on hand and stuff so I could fix this light kit and stuff. And yes, this ceiling fan is very greasy and stuff, and I have to clean it. And so I believe this ceiling fan had to be installed in somebody's kitchen or a dining room or something. So other than that, so due to the fact that I hot wired the ceiling fan to high speed, so I got the ceiling fan to work so I could put it on any control I like to put it on, like a wall control or a remote control or any control. So right now I got this thing operated by a Hunter ceiling fan model 99111 ceiling fan wall control. And this was the last one that my father bought from the Home Depot for me back in January and stuff. So other than that, I'm about to go on and demonstrate this fan, starting off with the light. Yeah, so here's what it looks like with the light coming on. And I'm about to go on and hold the light button down so it'll actually dim. And then I'm gonna keep holding it down until it actually goes back to the maximum setting. And then after that, then I'm going to turn the light off. So I'm about to go on and demonstrate this fan, starting off with low. But I'm going to just press the high speed button just to give the ceiling fan a head start for it. And then I'm going to bump it down to low speed. Now, due to the fact that the ceiling fan has wider blades and stuff, so of course this ceiling fan will blow a good amount of air for what it is. And this was back when Hampton Bay was the good ceiling fans you can get. And then when the years started going up and stuff, then that's when the fan company Hampton Bay started going down the hill. And then like around 2008 and stuff, then that's when they started going down the hill some more. To the point that the quality isn't all that great on the newer Hampton Bay ceiling fans than it is on the older Hampton Bay ceiling fans. Now these ceiling fans, now you used to be able to get these ceiling fans from the Home Depot over 20 years ago. So the next thing is that the Redington 3 ceiling fan is what replaced the Hampton Bay Redington 2. So the Redington 3 actually came out in 2001. And then the next thing is that and then like around 2004, that's when the Hampton Bay Redington 4 actually came out. So the Redington 4 ceiling fan is basically a Hampton Bay Redington 2 or Redington 3 ceiling fan that comes with the pull chains, and the Redington 4 actually comes with a shorted switch housing. But this is a Redington 2 I'm showing you. So other than that, I'm just showing what it looks like running on low speed. And I really like how this fan look with the black blades on this fan. And then I'm about to go in and bump it up to medium. And it does put out a little bit of a breeze on low speed. But the reason why I don't feel it because I'm sitting on the ground and stuff. So that's why I really don't feel the breeze coming from the fan on low speed. But it does put out a gentle breeze on low. And then medium right here, it puts out an okay amount of breeze on medium. But when I put this fan on high speed, then that's when the fan get the blowing on high speed. But I'm really not gonna lie, it puts out a decent amount of breeze on medium. So I'm not saying that like it's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that like it's something wrong with it and stuff. Cause at the same time it's just the ceiling fan and stuff. But a lot of fan collectors usually like to go for the quality of the fan and stuff. But I'm about to go on and get back on the subject about this fan. So then I forgot to tell you that the ceiling fan is missing its original mounting bracket. And I believe somebody had to throw away the original mounting bracket for the ceiling fan before they tossed the fan out and set it out to the curve. So I'm gonna have to find another mounting bracket for the ceiling fan one day. Probably, yeah, or I could go up on eBay one day and look for a ceiling fan mounting bracket for the ceiling fan. So that way I'll be able to have the correct mounting bracket for the fan. And then so the next thing is that then the ceiling fan here. I forgot what I was about to say about this fan. Now this is one of the rare ceiling fans and stuff, and I don't find too many of these ceiling fans on YouTube. And I'm really not gonna lie, and I never even saw a Hampton Bay Redington 2 ceiling fan in brushed steel all my life. Like I saw the Hampton Bay Redington 2 ceiling fan in polished brass. And then I saw the Hampton Bay Redington 2 ceiling fan in white and polished brass in person. And then I saw the Hampton Bay Redington 2 ceiling fan in antique brass on the internet. But a brushed steel Redington... Wait, actually, I did see a brushed steel Hampton Bay Redington 2 ceiling fan. It was at a flower shop, but the only difference is that the blaze was actually white instead of the blaze being black. So I did see a Hampton Bay Redington 2 ceiling fan in brushed steel in person. But they just never had a light kit. So I take that back what I said. Cause I actually did. Alright, let me start repeating myself like a broken record. So this is medium right here. And I really don't know the RPMs about this fan, because the RPMs is not really my thing and stuff. That's something Max's channel is actually good with. But I'm about to go on and bump it up to high speed. But this ceiling fan wobbles a little bit on high speed. But I did try to balance it out a little bit. But due to the fact that I got the ceiling fan installed on an incorrect mounting bracket, so I'm not gonna try to get this fan to be perfectly balanced, because then when I do install the ceiling fan on the correct mounting bracket, it might throw the ceiling fan off balance and stuff. So I'm gonna wait until I find a correct mounting bracket for the ceiling fan, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can get the ceiling fan to be balanced. But the blades on the ceiling fan are kind of warped a little bit, but they not warped real bad and stuff to where to be noticeable and stuff. But they're a little bit warped though, but not that warped. And that's why else the ceiling fan is off balance. And then so the next thing is that the ceiling fan was missing 1 out of 10 of the original blade, the motor screws. So I had to use one of my spares. So I had to use one of my spares that I had on hand. But I might go to the hardware store and get some replacement blade to motor screws for this fan. Or I should have a spare set of blade to motor screws for the ceiling fan, and I should be able to find them, and then I'll put it on this ceiling fan. But it's actually blowing a good amount of air and stuff. And then and this ceiling fan, it is reversible. It is actually reversible. But the thing about it is that due to the fact that I hot wired it so I could bypass the remote receiver, so I may have to switch 2 of the motor coil wires the opposite way just to make the ceiling fan go clockwise and stuff, to make the ceiling fan go in reverse. But usually a lot of people doesn't use their ceiling fans in the wintertime anyway. A lot of people don't use fans in the wintertime. They usually leave them off in the wintertime. But the purpose of you to reverse your fan is to actually circulate the heat that's trapped up in the ceiling of your room and stuff. and it's supposed to circulate the heat around the room. That's supposed to be the purpose of your reversing the fan. But a lot of people don't use fans in the wintertime, so it really doesn't matter, because as long as I got the ceiling fan hot wired to where it work, and as long as the ceiling fan is going in forward direction, that's all that matters. And then so that way people can sit up under the ceiling fan and they can enjoy the breeze and stuff. Because you don't want to be sitting up under the ceiling fan and the ceiling fan is spinning and you don't even feel no air blowing down on you. Okay, I'm getting tired of these bumblebees buzzing against me, man. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, but back to what I was saying. So, this ceiling fan is actually hot wired to where to be a single speed fan. And I really don't have anything else. Oh, dang it, I made a mistake and turned the light on. But other than that, I'm about to go on and put it on fan off. And I did make this video like 16 minutes long, like nearly 20 minutes long. But I'm about to go on and stop the blaze because I usually don't like showing spin downs. Because spin downs are not really my thing on the ceiling fan. And I apologize that I stuttered in the video and stuff. It's just that my mind keep going blank when I be trying to remember some stuff I had to say about this fan. So other than that, I'm about to go on and get off this video. So this is Mr. Ceiling Fan Man 1999 signing out this video, and I am out.